What's good, everyone? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to do an explain and review on the Primo Pro seat in Camo. If you have troubles with your seat staying tight, wobbling up and down, it ripping, not really giving you too much grip when you pinch to do a bar spin, or the back of the seat is ripping all the time, then this seat could help you out, and we'll tell you a little bit about it. We're also going to tell you a bunch of little specs about it. We're also going to give you a way that you can win a bunch of free stuff from our bike shop. So stay tuned and we'll tell you a little bit more about that in the short future. So let's get to it. Today we're talking about the Primo Pro pivotal seat in Camo. This one also comes in black, but we're basically going to talk about the Camo style one and just kind of the pattern and stuff like it has. So if you're not too familiar with what a pivotal seat is or anything like that, it's basically a little different design, and actually I think it's revolutionized, actually that was right, but it's changed the BMX game in general, because the seat post has been really hard to keep tight and the seat to keep tight. So this new style that they've been doing for about 10 years has really changed it up and made it real nice for riders like us to mount on their seat. Another cool thing is that it looks very, very clean compared to a lot of the other seats. What's kind of different from the past to what it is now is there's a few different things. Back in the day, there used to be a seat post, and then it would have it would actually taper or be the same size, and then it would have some seat guts on it, and it would have a bolt that runs through, and the bolts would clamp down and hold these rails of the seat so that you could angle it or anything like that. But the problem with that one is that on the actual seat guts, it had little teeth on there that were in a circular direction, and basically those teeth didn't really have any teeth. It was more like lines that were grooved into both sides, and that kind of allowed it to wobble if you did like a no-footed can or a tail whip. If you just landed on the back of the seat or you landed on the front, it would kick that seat forward or backwards depending on where you landed on it. Another thing is that it had big bulky bolts that stuck out. So if you're gonna clamp for doing a bar spin or anything like that, you had a very big chance of busting your knees up on the side, or it could cut or really make it bad on your knees. So that was a big negativity about that seat clamping style. So this has definitely changed it a lot. Another one that people are used to having is kind of similar to this, but it's a little bit different. Mainly the difference is the material that it's made out of. So there's another seat post clamp that's used on a lot of mountain bikes today, and mountain bikes, it works great and everything because they're not really doing no-footed cans, they're not slamming on the seat as much, so the little teeth hold a little bit more. But how that was set up was basically it's a seat post, and then it has like an actual let me turn this thing back real quick. I always forget to unplug that thing, so yep, maybe tomorrow I'll unplug it. So yeah, that seat post was a little bit different because it was similar to this, has little grooves in it, but that seat post, it doesn't have as much grooves in it. And the seat post is basically a seat post, and it's got a aluminum piece mounted onto it. Usually it's glued or something like that, and then it would have like a little kick or arch, and then the seat would mount onto it, and then there was usually a bolt that was underneath, and that bolt would go through the seat post, go through the seat post, and then basically it would have another like nut, but the nut was shaped as like a little half circle, and that would thread into it, and then it would clamp those rails as well. That design is also kind of flawed because the grooves were a little bit deeper than the side grooved seat clamp mechanism, but still it was made out of aluminum, and it's basically aluminum and aluminum or steel guts that would actually secure it. So eventually those little tiny teeth would get worn out, and it would fail. So your seat would flop up and down, or most of the time it would just pitch down because how the seat post was designed would cause the seat to pitch down just because of the angle that it was. So that definitely wasn't really helping us out because we were doing, a bunch of no-footed tricks and stuff like that, landing hard on it, and it would just basically strip it down or strip it out. So another bad thing about it is that it had metal rails that came out of the seat, and usually there was two holes in the back, and then those rails would go in there, and it was a bent like steel railing system that came up, and it had little bends to it, and then it would loop, and it would feed into the front of the seat, and then it would come back and then drop into that other hole. And those little rails is what you mounted your actual seat to. And the thing is that it caused a little bit of flex so that it give you kind of a little bit of cushion, but for what we're doing is we don't really need that cushion, so it kind of didn't really make sense. And another thing is that if you didn't land on the front or you didn't land on the back, it would actually cause the seat to bend, and it would bend those rails up, and usually the rails would bend up like this and cause it to kick sideways and be kind of screwed up. And here comes Styles. This is Styles right here, my little guy. My buddy's gonna take him back there, clean his nose. Yeah, I got 4 kids. So one of them, which is him, he comes to shop with me all the time, hangs out, plays and stuff like that. Helps run the shop, runs the register, fixes all the bikes. He's more of the labor. He fixes all the stuff. So if you come in our store, yeah, he's the one that hooks you guys up. So we're out here, raising these kids and stuff like that. So we're trying to show you guys what's going on. But like I was saying, is the rails, they would bend and basically mess up your seat, so you couldn't clamp it, and it would kind of be a pain in the butt to actually run the seat. So that was a big flaw in that. So now what they came up with was this pivotal design. This one's really cool because it's got a plastic guts, but if you look at the grooves, they're a lot bigger than the other grooves on the other seat systems. And another cool feature is that it's got a built-in bolt on the seat. So what this basically does is there's another aluminum seat post, and it has the opposite teeth on it, and then it has threads that are threaded into it. It's basically pretty much a pivotal seat post, and you can look them up on our website at stackbmx.com, and we have a bunch of seat posts in there. It's what you want, makes it really nice. It allows you to adjust it all kinds of different ways, because if you look at the bottom of here, it has a slot right here to allow the bolt to move, and then it has a bunch of different grooves, so it allows you to really finesse it and dial it in the seat angle that you prefer. So basically there's a hole up on top, and you stick a 6mm Allen wrench in here, and it tightens up into the seat post, and then you figure out what pitch you want, and then once you figured out your pitch, you crank it down, and it secures it all down. So this system, we definitely believe in it. It's definitely a great design, and it comes on almost every bicycle now. A lot of the pros bikes, almost, I would say about 99% of the pros bikes have them. 99% of the riders that you see out there riding and killing it, they use the system. So it's a tried and true system, and we definitely back it, and we believe that you guys should run it too, and that's why we offer it on our website. So if you're looking for a good system, then definitely anything with the pivotal system is great. There's another one called Tripod, and we're not going to really go into it. I'm not trying to be too negative or anything like that, but we just rather not talk about it. We rather talk about the pivotal because this works way better than all the other systems, and it's really cool because you have a wider range of products that you can buy for that seat post or the seat. So this system is really great. So this Primo Pro seat comes with that system on it. It also has a molded seat pan, and if you notice on the bottom of the pan, it has a bunch of different holes in it and grooves, and they got a bunch of I-beam effects going on. And what that does is it allows the seat to be a lot lighter, and then it allows it to be a lot stronger. So now you got a light seat and you got something that's very, very strong. So that's definitely a plus. If you look on the bottom, it also got a couple other secured and basically help keep this seat together. So a lot of times you'd buy a seat, ride it for a little while, the material would fold up and it would come off, and then the nose of your seat would basically, the material would pill up, and then your seat padding's exposed. This one, it has a little front security system right here. It kind of holds it down, which is really rad. And then it also has a rear bumper on it. Excuse me. But this rear bumper, a lot of times the seat will fall or hit something and your seat would get torn right here. This bumper is designed so that it protects that little edge and doesn't allow the ground to hit the material and shred it up. So that makes it real nice. Another feature on this seat is that it also has Kevlar rear. Actually, this isn't Kevlar. This is like almost like a leather rear backing on it. So it looks a lot, more durable. In fact, it is definitely more durable than like a little rubber or anything like that. So it has a really cool feel to it. Looks really nice. And then another cool feature that they have on that as well is that they got a hot stamp on the back with the Primo logo on it. So very, very subtle. You can't see in a lot of pictures on our website, but it definitely has it on there. You can check it out. Looks real dope. The next thing that it has is that a lot of people are out there riding. They like to do bar spins, and what's really hard is finding a seat that's wide enough and that has a material that grips your knees. So this one has a textured rubber on the edges of it, and it's basically coated on top of a canvas. So the canvas is underneath, and they got a textured rubber overlaying that. So the rubber actually is super, super grippy. So if you're trying to do a bar spin or anything like that, you can pinch your knees and basically clamp the seat and do bar spins or anything like that. Another cool feature about that is that if your seat falls on the nose or anything like that, it's not going to tear up and rip. It's going to hit the rubber. It's going to have to work through the rubber, then the actual canvas, and then finally your seat will rip. But that's probably going to take you a really, really long time. Now, another little feature on it is that on the actual bolt hole here, it has a really cool Primo logo inside the little bolt hole. So I don't know if you can see it, but if I, press my finger in there, you can kind of see the slit. That slit is where you stick the Allen wrench in, and then it allows you to tighten up the seat post to the seat to the seat post. So there's a little molded logo on there. It looks really, really rad. Now the main feature about this seat is that it comes in a camo style. Camo's been really hot. A lot of people have been picking it up from our store, and the reason why is because it's got a lot of earth tones. Earth tones are really in right now, and this one comes with the perfect amount of earth tones. It's got a good combination of brown, tan, and green. So you can see that on there. Really, really nice. And this is all supplemented onto a heavy-duty canvas top. And then all of this stuff is double stitched. So if you look real close, all the seams put together are double stitched. And what that means is they run it around, on the sewing machine twice before they actually put it onto the seat. So if something's double stitched, that means it's going to take twice as much energy to be able to rip that seat from where the pieces go together. Double stitching is really rad because usually when something just single stitch, it's a lot easier to pull apart. And when your seat fails, usually it's from a stitch where they put it together. So having double stitch is the way you really want to go. And Primo just hit it right on the head, just killing it with the styles, the durability, the price points, everything like that. So if you're looking to buy a seat, definitely check out the Primo Pro seat in black or camo. This thing is super, super dope, and Primo's just, got the right stuff for the right riders. But yeah, definitely check it out on our website. Like everything on our website, if you buy a bike from our website, or you buy a seat post or frame or anything like this, any of these seats will fit on it. Any of the seats on our website will fit it. It's all universal, so you can tell your mom, if you got a super cheap mom and she doesn't want to buy you anything, you can hit her up and say, hey, go to Stack, they got cheap prices, and they have flat rate shipping. Everything's very accessible, so anything on our website's available. So hit it up and hook me up, mom. So stop being cheap, hook me up. Pimp out my bike so that I don't have any problems with my bike. And then also too is that we told you guys that we're gonna do a contest here on our YouTube channel. So with that said is that we've got a contest going on, and we're doing one at 1,000 subscribers and at 5,000 subscribers. So all you gotta do is comment something below to tell other people why they should subscribe to our channel, what's cool about it, what do you like about it, what we could do better, anything like that. Just post it in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, make sure that you like it, and make sure that you share it. Because if you share it, what that's gonna do is it's gonna help us get to 1,000 subscribers faster. It's gonna help us get to 5,000 subscribers faster. And when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna give you a free parts package from all the brands that we carry here in the store. So one of you lucky viewers will win that. And then if you share it as well, that's gonna help us get to 5,000 subscribers. And at 5,000 subscribers, we're gonna give a free bicycle retailed at $300 MSRP. And that's gonna include shipping to your house, free of charge from Stack BMX. So that's definitely a plus. And make sure that you definitely turn on your notification bells, because every time we post a video, it's gonna tell you that we have a new video posted, and that allows you to enter our contest again. So what we're gonna do is every single time that we post a new video, you guys comment on there, and when we finally hit 1,000 subscribers or 5,000 subscribers, we're gonna actually randomly go through all the videos that we have, and we're gonna randomly select one of the videos, and then we're gonna randomly go through the comments, and we're gonna randomly select somebody to actually pick for the winnings. So if you comment on there a lot, that's gonna give you a lot better chance to win the parts package or the bicycle from us. So make sure you guys show some support, show us that you really like our videos, tell us what you don't like about our videos. Basically, get involved with our YouTube channel. We're dropping one every single day, and we want you to be a part of Stack BMX Shop, and we want you to know a little bit more about BMX. And basically, be a part of the shop. And yeah, that's it for this explain and review on the Primo Pro seat in Camo. Pick one up ASAP. We'll see you tomorrow.